10 ways to read anyone's body language. Body language can tell you a lot about what someone is thinking or feeling, especially when they aren't willing to share it with you verbally. It can also be useful if you want to know whether someone will accept your offer or not, which could help you close more deals in business and elsewhere. Here are 10 ways to read anyone's body language and unlock what they really mean. 1. Look at hands. When someone speaks, they often gesture with their hands. These gestures, often unconscious, reveal a lot about what they are thinking and feeling. For example, if someone has open palms while explaining their stance on an issue, it's likely that they are being completely honest with you. If you notice someone crossing their arms or folding their hands in front of them when talking, then it's likely that they aren't being totally honest with you or nervous about something that was said. 2. Vocal pitch. The pitch of your voice can give others a lot of information about your mood, so you need to be careful. Slowing down and putting a bit more thought into what you're saying will make it clear that you have confidence in what you're saying, even if it isn't exactly true. When people are telling lies or otherwise trying to manipulate someone else, their vocal pitch goes up. This is one way we can detect deception. 3. Facial expressions. If a person looks you in the eye and smiles, it's a sign that he feels comfortable with you. Conversely, if he looks away when talking or avoids eye contact, it can be an indication of deceit or discomfort. A direct stare can also be a warning not to cross him. When trying to read someone's body language, watch for his eyes. They can give you great insight into how he feels about what is being said. 4. Use your senses. When you're in conversation with someone, put your senses to work. Study facial expressions and listen closely for any changes in pitch or tone of voice. Think about how they're holding their body. While you don't want to stare at someone so intently that they feel uncomfortable, do take a moment before entering into a conversation to notice how they are positioned. With their arms crossed, leaning back in their chair. 5. Observe from afar. The first step in learning how to read someone's body language is to observe them from afar. If you're at a party or a networking event, take note of your surroundings, where people are standing, what they are doing, etc. 6. Listen to accents. A person's accent can tell you a lot about their personality. Does he speak quickly or slowly? Does she use words that are formal or casual? Pay attention to every detail of your target's speech and mannerisms and use them to learn more about them. If you need some inspiration, check out our list of serial killers by their nicknames for a few examples. 7. Know their language of love. Love may be a many-splendored thing, but body language definitely has its limitations. We may think we're speaking volumes, but oftentimes our cues aren't clear as day. Especially when we're falling for someone. To really figure out what your partner is trying to tell you in bed, it's important that you know their language of love. 8. Beware gossipers' noses. Although these people are best avoided, if you're forced to socialize with them for some reason, take note of how often they show their hands. The more open a gossip's palms are, presumably in a gesture of openness or honesty, and yet their nose is raised in disgust towards someone else across the room, even if no one else can see it, the more likely that person is talking trash. 9. Ineffective wrist exposure. When people are unsure of themselves, they tend to expose their wrists while gesturing. This type of body language tells you that they're uncomfortable and insecure. If someone is telling you a story and pulls his or her hand back behind his or her back during a gesture, it could be an indication that he or she isn't being completely honest with you. 10. Masked movements. You know those seemingly innocent conversations you have with co-workers, friends, or loved ones that can seem transparent at times. Well, what if they're masking their true feelings in order to trick you into thinking something is okay when it's not? This kind of body language is more common than you think. See if you can spot it in your next conversation. Don't be too quick to judge someone. Make sure you read them right.